up? We are live for another episode of Get Hype as Fuck podcast. We're just going to give everyone a couple minutes to tune in here. If you're seeing this, make sure you share this out. We should be live on YouTube. We should be live everywhere. Do your thing. Tag your homies. Tell them to join. We got a pretty big show coming up today. We got two guests we've never had on the show before. I will introduce them in just a second. They're already with us backstage. Here we go. Like I said, I'm just sharing this out real quick. We're going to get into it in just a second. Hang with us, you guys. Okay, here we go. So, on today's episode of Get Hype as Fuck, we have not one, but two guests. So, first off, we have one of my personal Hype as Fuck admins, homies, BFFs, fams, whatever. You know how I roll. Everyone's fam. But this is like real fam. We have the Bastard, and then we have another brand new homie. Even to me, we're all going to meet G Blunt today. So without further ado, let's bring them on camera.
What's good? How you doing?
What's up?
What up, what up?
Not
All right,
much.
guys, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm the Bastard.
It's a G Blunt.
All right. Nice to meet you guys. Good to have you on the show. I'm just pulling up my list of questions. Sorry, I'm kind of having technical difficulties.
All good. We appreciate you having us on for real. This is our first time doing this and getting to introduce Tongue Tie Duo Group.
All right. So, yeah. First off, I mean, basic questions. Where are you guys from? And if you want to tell us how old you are, you can feel free to do that.
Yeah.
From Northern Michigan.
I'm originally from Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia. So I'm from, it's not about where you're at. Where you're from, it's about where you stay. So UP.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
yeah. But and I'm 33, by the way.
Oh. Compared to me, you guys are babies. So, how long have you been doing music?
Me, I won't say not very long at all. Definitely not as long as right here.
I'd say he's been at it for what 3-4 months?
About 3 or 4 months. I've
Something like
I've
that.
always had interest in, I did like a little thing when I was in high school, a little song, but that wasn't anything serious. So, but yeah, since August, I'd say. August of last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been really taking it seriously.
Hey, there's nothing. That's all that matters, you know? And it doesn't matter how long you've been in the game. I've
Right.
only been in for 2 years. So I know what it's like. Doesn't matter how long.
Right.
Before we go any further, though, can I ask you, Bastard, to squeeze in just a little more? You're kind of off screen here.
Yeah. My bad.
Unless you're doing that on purpose, by all means. Hide in the shadows if that's your thing, man.
You're good.
All right. So what got you guys started into music?
Well, I think that's a good question. I know our reasons are different, but are you asking like what got us together in music or individually?
Individually, and then we will get into how you guys came together.
You
Okay.
start first.
Okay. I'd say just the love for rap. You know what I mean? Love for hip hop and the game. I've been a big fan since I was born. I've been listening to old school hip hop and all that, and I really got into it when I was about 13, 12, 13. I started writing my own lyrics, and so just something that fell into my lap, I suppose, and it was a help. It's like therapeutic, writing my own lyrics, having a place to take all my thoughts out.
So it kind of started with writing and turned into kind of music
Yeah,
in a sense.
yeah, exactly.
I think unlike Baz, for me, a lot of my background is in, like, I guess, freestyling. Be something growing up. A lot of my cousins and stuff they would do, and I kind of jump in and do it with them. So that was, I always thought the battle rap aspect and freestyling aspect of it was just so amazing to me. So I always tried my hand. I didn't really start writing until recently. So, but pretty much the same thing though. Just I always loved rap. I mean, I love music in general, but rap is just something special to me.
So that kind of brings me into one of my next questions for each one of you individually. Again, who is one of your kind of biggest inspirations in the music industry? Like, who was one of your inspirations? Did I just repeat myself?
This is gonna sound super cheesy, and I'm not just saying that because I have my brothers here, but no, my cousin actually. Now he's not in the industry, but I mean, he's a rapper. He's underground as it gets, but he's my biggest inspiration for sure. I look, but as far as like industry goes, like who inspires me and stuff like that, big name, 100% Lil Wayne for me.
All right. I just want to hop in. I just want to stop you real quick and say that I absolutely love that answer. I've never had that answer. So everyone always jumps right to a mainstream, and I dig your answer for that, man. Kudos for you.
Cool. Yeah. No, I love that guy a lot. So.
How about you? I like what I heard him call you earlier, so I'm gonna adapt that. Baz.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, when I grew up, it was Snoop Dogg, Dre, Eminem, the more known old school hip hop. Mobb Deep was a huge inspiration for me. Wu-Tang Clan, all them. And I'd say that I started with that, kind of went to more underground music, and I'd say Tech Nine, big inspiration. K Reno, he just put out a dope album. He's putting out another. Big inspirations for sure. All
right, so now we'll get back into the how you guys came together musically, or even just as friends, if you want to go back that far.
That's a good question. Not even that far, really. I don't think. About the same thing. I actually like the story a lot because where we live, it isn't really much to do. And like I said, I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm from a pretty urban area. So someone had mentioned an open mic at the library, and I was like, "What? This is crazy! Like an open mic? No one likes rap up here where we live. Like who can So my interest peaked, so I had to go, and I went, and then Baz was the host, and just spit some I didn't know what to expect, and that was kind of my biggest thing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hear some corny rappers, some country boy stuff. I didn't know what I was, but I heard a rap, and I was like, hold on now, like that's really, 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 really good. And then I had a little song I wrote, just on the humbug, something work related, and she really liked it. Then after that, it was kind of like, we linked up and we just started from there. Like, we just found we had a lot of similar interests as well. So, but it all started at the open mic, and I thought that was, yeah.
That's pretty dope. So
Yeah.
that's kind of a good way. Let's talk about that. I know that you've done quite a few open mics. Tell us a little bit about, just kind of tell us about that.
1 second. Keep going.
So I noticed, there wasn't anywhere in town or really even in the county, anywhere around that, other artists could go to, other rappers could go to, because, there's got to be more people around that, like somewhere, someone like me, sitting in a fucking corner writing, not having an outlet for it. And so I was just kind of hitting up places like, is there anywhere that I can perform at, hold a performance for other artists, like an open mic? And the library in town was holding other types of open mics and stuff. So I was like, okay, I got a hold of them, and they were all like, yeah, I mean, that'd be great, something for the community. And so I kind of hosted that, and that gave me a place where I could do a couple of songs, have other artists, come up, do their songs, and I did about 6 of those, and it was probably about the 4th one, I'd say, that he came into the picture, and he was there. He went up and he spit, and I was like, okay, I see some talent in that. And so we're kind of on that. We are currently taking a hiatus to work on current music, get our account set up, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Nice. So, you had mentioned to me privately about something you guys are working on together. Do you want to kind of get into that a little bit?
Well, which one would that be?
I mean, anything you're willing to tell us, I'm gonna absorb.
Yeah, sure. We got an idea to come out to do a mixtape.
Yep.
So that's kind of going to be what we're putting all of our energy into here for the next few months. We've been kind of going through a lot of older industry beats.
Yeah.
Kind of seeing how we can
reimagine
them. Yeah, it's gonna be a reimagining of some older stuff from the early '90s and early 2000s. Those types of beats. But
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Other than that, we are working on actual material.
Definitely working on a few things.
And me specifically, because I really want to get some stuff out there and catch up.
Yeah.
Got a lot of ground to cover. So, but yeah, I'm excited about the mixtape. It's kind of funny because there was we got the idea from a movie we were watching, a video we were watching about how mixtapes came about and their history throughout, their contribution throughout history of hip hop and all that. And then it was just something that a couple of the artists said, and they were like, yeah, it's kind of clicked. Like, why don't we make a mixtape? It'd be kind of like a no-brainer almost. So, yeah.
So that's going to be the first full-length project you'll see from us.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I will ask, what is this tongue-tied you keep kind of mentioning? Is that a group or is this?
He's one half, I'm one half of the group. Yeah. It's just kind of what we put together. So like almost how you see Twisted or say Mobb Deep or
Outkast.
There you go.
Yeah. And we just put ourselves up with Outkast and Mobb Deep. Yeah.
Hey, aim big, you know. Nothing wrong with that. All right. So you might have mentioned it. I probably just kind of lost track of it, but you said a hiatus. So when can we kind of expect something more about this mixtape?
So that's gonna be a little bit of a long running project. But I'm sure we could have it done probably by the end of the year.
I was even thinking by the summer, but yeah.
No, we could definitely bust it out quick.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, you know, we've got quite a few things written for quite a few tracks for it.
Yeah.
Like pretty much filled out. So a lot of that's already laid out. So
now we got a freestyle to the one beat instrumental we're going to do at this. So yeah. Sooner than later. I have a full-time job, so unfortunately it takes a lot of my time, you know, so it's harder for me to work.
Life gets in the way, unfortunately.
You will be able to see a single from him, a single from me, and a single from Tongue Tied some point this summer for sure. That's absolute. Maybe, you know, something that we can upload through, say, DistroKid, and as where we can't with the mixtape, you know what I mean? But that'll be uploaded on like YouTube, and so that'll be like exclusive there, and that's just like that's what we're starting out with.
Okay. So on that aspect, for you guys personally, and it may not even affect you, but have you personally seen a way that internet has affected your music and the way you're able to put it out there? Has it been a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
I'd say both are when it comes to DistroKid with Spotify, we talked a little bit about this with Spotify. You have to get 1,000 streams on your one track for them to release any royalties to you for it, which is already, you know, fractions of a penny. So on that aspect, you know, I don't like that because the bigger companies are taking the independent artist's work and making their own money off of that and feeding us, you know, crumbs. But on the other hand, it is easier to get it out to the general public. People can see it a lot better. But then again, you could say, you know, cut out Spotify, cut out YouTube, DistroKid down the line, and get your own website and start selling your music for, say, you got an album, sell it for $15 a pop on there, and you're making that big money off of it. You're making the dollars on the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You're cutting out the middleman.
That's good on the bad sides.
Do you have any strategies or ways that you plan on growing as far as promotion or ways to push your music in the future as opposed to what you have doing now? What are your intentions on how to get seen?
I like the idea of starting out local, you know, building a fan base around our area and, you know, all around that situation. I say it only because, like, I think I really like the open mics, and I can't wait to start doing that again, and we're going to promote that heavy. But along with that, I also kind of was talking to Trinity Bassett about doing, like, we did a talent show as well, you know, at the college. So I'm like, okay, we can do more stuff like that. You know, maybe they might let us do a show there. Maybe we can do some parties. You know, we live right across the border from Canada, and they even have a bigger demographic over there. So I kind of want to check some of those clubs out. And already, I remember last year I was talking to the owner of one of the bars around here, and they said, yeah, you can come perform here if you like, you know. So doing stuff like that. those are the things I'm good at. All the computer, internet stuff. That's this one right here. But man, I just trust their word on that. But yeah, no,
No, I
I
agree
definitely
with you. Definitely. I think that what you guys are doing with the open mic is a great way to get yourselves and, open that opportunity to other local artists and people who may not have that, that opportunity.
For sure.
and I even go as far as to say we did meet some pretty interesting people along the way. I mean, so we definitely did meet some interesting rappers during that brief little bit of time. So definitely the taking this break was definitely a way for us to kind of reconfigure and get some content for ourselves, really, and hit the ground running come springtime. So yeah, we definitely have big plans.
Yeah.
In all that, in all regards.
And I think other than in person, where we're doing all that on that side, I think just for promotion, I think that should be more of a off of the strength of the talent and how much we work for it and put into it.
Yeah.
And if the lyricism will prevail no matter what, and ears are going to catch it somewhere, and that's all the promotion I need, because then you got word of mouth, and then you know what I mean. I don't care if they're going and streaming it constantly or whatever, but I just off of that, I have earned a lot of respect in some places in the underground. So work towards what you do what you do to the best of your ability, and it's gonna work out. I think that's good promotion right there.
Absolutely.
And I just want to add that for me personally, one of the most important things is I'm having a blast doing this. Absolute the best time of my life. Just this little bit. So if that counts for anything.
For sure.
That's all that matters, in my opinion, if you're having fun.
Exactly, because it isn't all about the money, and that's honestly the last thing I could care about when it comes to my music, as long as it's heard. You know what I mean?
So that leads me into kind of another question. This is not even really. Man, I had it all worked out in my head, got tongue-tied, and forgot what I was going to say.
She got tongue-tied.
Yeah. So, controversial question. There we go. And it's not even that controversial. But how do you play offense against your haters? Basically, in other words, if you got a hater right now, what would you like to say to them?
Do your thing. If you know about me, I don't care if you hate me. Do your thing. I'm gonna do my thing. I don't care if you hate me. I got 1,000 other motherfuckers backed up, that don't hate me. So that 10 people that might hate me. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna love you, and I'm not gonna push them. If you're gonna believe what I say and feel what I say and how I go about things, it is what it is. That's how I feel.
Yeah, they just you have to understand that they don't understand good music. You can't fault them in that. I don't know if that's
Hey, that's what that is. That's one way to sum it up.
Yeah.
All right. So this one's do you have, I know, G, you're kind of new at this, so I don't know how much music you have in your background, but do you have a favorite song that you have written or done?
I do actually. It's not recorded. Well, it is actually recorded. Yeah, I guess it is written. Yeah, I do. Is it released to the public yet? No, but yes, I do.
Enough.
Yeah, I do.
Enough.
And also the one I wrote about my job. I love that one too. I'm pretty proud of that one. Yeah. So that one gets a
So
lot
on that
of.
same kind of on that same note, do you have one that is more that makes you extremely emotional?
Not yet. No, not yet. I won't say that I have any song that I've written. No, that makes me emotional. No.
All right, Baz,
Yeah. How about
your
you?
turn. Do
I'd say
you have
yeah.
a favorite
Something
song?
I wrote. Some a favorite song of mine personally, or something that is like something that makes me think like damn, like emotional type.
So for you, one that you have done yourself.
Like just any kind of track that I've done.
Yeah. Whether it's a feature, whether it's yours, it don't matter. Just one is your favorite songs that you've done.
I'd say Robbing the Beast, my most recent single. That's my favorite solo track that I've done. That track I did in October. I put out in October, and it's just kind of. I feel like it's my best song because of the way that it. Just some of the ways that I engineered it, mixed it, stuff that I've never really done. With the vocals, stuff like that. In the message, I say because a lot of people actually don't like the song because of the satanic imagery, but it's not even like that either, because if you think about it, robbing the beast, you know what I mean? It's a lot of bad in the world. Take that
Yeah, I
away
mean,
while you
it's
can.
kind of,
You know what I
you
mean?
have to look
And,
past the imagery because it's literally in the title, you know?
and it's a dark track, and I mean, it's like a hard track, I guess. It's not like you know, like
I actually have it right here. If you want to play it, we can play it and let people hear it.
that's up to you. It doesn't matter to me.
Let's hear it.
All right, we got to let's hear it. That's all I needed. I ain't rapping like in what they slack jar. All time to slack off. Those to the I'm just behind them. Y'all tripping off of salt. If you can't get lame, that's y'all. And if you pull a weapon on me, so home. I didn't again. New race, new place, a whole new day. You're paper where the credit is still made. Parasite of that is the cool thing. Rock like you saying, you believe in what they're saying. Keep drinking the Kool-Aid. All of us more for the Mr. Killer, get to fill a fortune is what I'm saying. But all asking to make is situations within facing you stop that. Now, I feel like I'm going to cut them off because if they want to hear any more, they have to go sub your channel or one of your.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. That was funny. I like that.
And I was a little worried about that too. So yeah, if you want to hear more of that, you have to go look up the bastard. In case you don't know how it's spelled, it's right here. It's on the top of this stream, and when it's over, I will drop all the links. So there's no excuses. Go follow and stream.
I appreciate that.
That was cool.
Oh yeah. So back to the question to do you have any of your songs that make you extremely emotional? Or not even extremely. I'm sorry. We don't got to be like, oh my god.
I'd say yeah, for sure. Something I wrote recently that's got a, I'd say like a sadder end, you know.
Now, the same question: do you have a favorite song right now in general by anyone out there, not yourself?
That's a funny one that you're asking me that to.
You go first, because
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna be thinking for a second.
I'm gonna give you an answer. I just want to preface it by saying we all know that rap is a very large genre at this point, and I love everything about it, from like old school, new school, underground, anything. But I've messed with this cat BLP Kosher lately, and he just dropped a song called Dreidel Bop, and I have not been able to stop listening to it. And it's a banger. But like right now, that's not my favorite song of all time, or like, but it's a song that I've been listening to a lot recently. Like, yeah, this guy's got a nice flow, it's got a nice beat and everything to it. But that's what I've been listening to lately.
Hell yeah.
Favorite song of all time though would be "Let It Ride" remix by Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, George Clinton, Daz Dillinger. I got a couple other people in there. But it's like a 14-minute remix to "Let It Ride," and it's just the best thing you'll ever listen to, ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Sorry, I got real passionate about that.
Hey,
Yeah.
I was asking you about emotional music, man. It's all good.
Yeah. That's my answer to that.
That'd be a hard one for me. That'd be a really hard one for me because I have so many favorite songs that's like, you know what I mean? But I'd have to say it's really hard. I can't pick between Smiling Faces by Cut Calhoun. And I'd have to say K Reno, dope, super lyrical fucking artist. Just put out a new album called Audio Optics, and there's a track on there called I can't remember what it is.
That song is crazy though.
That one with the phones and shit.
Oh, the one I thought the one with the guy comes back.
Oh my god, that one was crazy. Okay.
Yeah, that was some epic stuff right there. Yeah.
Have either of you had the opportunity to perform outside of your city yet?
Nope.
Not yet. That's the plan, though. That's going to be the plan coming up soon.
Yep.
Yeah, but no. I'd like to. And I feel like in Michigan, that's pretty real. That's a realistic goal, So.
Yeah, no doubt.
But like I said, one of my bigger goals, and I have a brother who has a business, an international business, to help out with this. But like, I really want to go to Canada, just to say, hey, we performed internationally,
No, that's a hell of a goal. I haven't even thought of that one yet. Like, now you make me want to go perform outside of the country. That's badass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I can see it.
So that's kind of another. No, go ahead.
The only reason I keep thinking because it is a different demographic over there, and I do want to kind of see what they're feeling. It's not like the whole country vibe that we get on this side. So nothing wrong with the country vibe. It's just get sick of
no, I feel you. I have a lot of fans in New Zealand and in the Netherlands, and it's it just inspired me more and more to kind of want to travel there one day and see what it's like, just to kind of see more what, like you said, the demographic is and just how it flows. Not to mention some of the pictures that they share are like fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, well, Lord of the Rings was filmed there for.
Oh, see, another reason I'm sold.
Yeah.
Bucket list that shit. So what are your 5-year goals?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, that's a thinker. I mean, like I can answer that. You gotta give me a minute to kind of how I'm gonna answer that. Do you want to go first? Cause you're the one writing down all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, first off, just to kind of keep it short, establish ourselves, our group, and him into, with the accounts, the artist accounts and all that. That ain't gonna take too long. So once we do that, we're gonna release. He'll release a single. I'll release a single. We'll both have a single from Tongue Tied, and then after that, we're gonna be working for the mixtape. So we'll be dropping that, and I think later down the line, it'll be a lot more trying to figure out what to, where to go, like what to, perform this and that, get merch, get our own websites up, all that. I think 5 years down the line, we'll have all that. 5 years down the line, you can expect at least 5 albums, at least.
I'll definitely have a feature with Wayne. That's for sure. Lil Wayne, I definitely have a feature with him in 5 years. Believe that.
Oh yeah. I love that enthusiasm. It wasn't even a question. It was it's going to happen.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt on that. Too. There really isn't.
After the 5th year, I think I'll have my rock album out by then. I'm just kidding. No.
So at this point of the show, I've only got one last question, unless my viewers have any questions or you guys have any questions for me, or this is just basically the floor is yours. Anything you want to talk about, discuss, bring up that I may have missed.
Okay.
And again, viewers, if you have, please drop some questions in the comments if you got them.
And you said you have one last one there?
I do. I'm gonna wait a minute and see if any of our viewers do. My buddy Cameron Widow James would like to know if he could get on an album or a track with you guys.
Yes, and actually that's funny, because I was going to say yes earlier, how we kind of plan on promoting ourselves and all that stuff. I think one of the things I like about the Bastard's approach is that she's always networking with other artists, and I think that's a very important thing to do. This is a business like any other, and networking and meeting new people, is always a good thing, and get different sounds, different flows, and different opinions and perspectives, even, it's just is great. But I think to answer that question, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be
definitely,
yeah.
Definitely. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Jesse have a track out. Why not? Y'all are good homies too. I got you. I mean, I know we both love to get a track with as many people as we can. Really, if anybody wants to get us on a track, let me know. Me and Jesse are actually working on a little something.
Something. Yeah, I think the only person that knew about that was Wifey over here. So there you go, guys. That's a little sneak peek, and that's one of the perks you get for watching the show right there.
I'm excited.
All right, here's another question from one of the viewers. Do you like tacos?
Hell yeah! Absolutely. Goddamn right. I'm very blessed to have a Taco Bell right down the street from me. I don't even have to drive. I could just walk there if I want to. Not like I want to, because it's like -1 degree, but yeah. I actually make really good tacos too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no joke. We were there the last 4 or 5 days in a row. Was it like negative? It was -10 for like 4 days in a row. And today it jumped all the way back up to 50 just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
what
I'll
it
have a
is.
cold next week, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we've actually just started getting snow finally here in northern Michigan where we're at, and for some reason it's been a lot warmer. We haven't really had. I mean, every year when I was a kid, it got to -30. You know,
If you were a
So-
fish in the toilet, what kind of fish would you be? A dead fish,
I was
probably.
just gonna say-
Probably in the toilet, yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yes,
I,
I had to.
the toilet recently. Yeah, I thought it was dead, but it wasn't dead. But it was too late.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention every comment that comes in, you owe a subscribe to Jesse over here.
That's right. All
How
right,
long have
so
you been doing this for, Jesse? If you don't mind me
I'm
asking.
sorry.
How long have you been doing this for?
The podcast.
Yeah.
This will be my second year of the podcast.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, this is fun.
This is season 2.
Yeah, season 2. No, yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, well, that don't mean nothing. I got a buddy who does a podcast, and his seasons go by months. So according to he's on season like 3, but he's been doing it for 2 years. So I don't know how any of that makes any kind of sense.
Don't matter. It don't matter. You're having fun with it. You conducted a good interview today. So
So my last question is, it's my favorite question of the show. What are your favorite dinosaurs?
Oh, we were just talking about dinosaurs today. That's funny. Pterodactyl.
yeah,
Yeah. They can fly.
I don't know. One of them bitches with the spikes on it, like all over it.
You got a lot to choose from.
Triceratops or Stegosaurus.
Might be
the
that.
Triceratops
The
has like
long
a
one.
fin.
The long one.
That's a brontosaurus.
I don't know. It's got spikes on it. Shit.
They all got spikes.
Like the plates or like actual spikes.
Like I don't know. Like knives. Like
the Spinosaurus.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, we're gonna have to research this bitch up. We're gonna have to look up the spiniest dinosaur there is, and we'll have to figure that one out. I mean, I got a pretty big encyclopedia up in here, but I'm drawing a blank on knives dinosaurs. Unless you're like talking Jurassic Park hybrid type shit, then that counts too.
Like the ones with it's like the triangle spiky things.
A Stegosaurus, I believe, is the one you're trying to think of with the row of things
Hold on.
down the back,
Hey Siri, what's a Stegosaurus look like?
and it has spikes on the tail.
This one right here.
That might, yeah.
That's it.
I think.
You think? Hold on. Siri, what's the Stegosaurus look like?
He's like, what was it? What'd you say?
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, he's like pterodactyl off the bat. Pterodactyl.
I said we was talking about this earlier today at work.
Nice one. Oh no, I done fucked up because this is Jesse. This is the motherfucking Dino Queen.
Hey, no, I give you props for trying instead of just going T-Rex,
That one.
because that's the only one I could think of.
No. Like I know, I can think of a few. It's just I don't know the names off the top of my head.
Triceratops are pretty cool. Sorry, I started looking at dinosaurs on here. It's like,
Hey, man, we can have dinosaurs for another hour. I'm good with that. Anybody who knows me knows that we could talk dinosaurs forever.
Yeah, that's
On my last episode, if you go watch my last episode, I did a 3-minute little stint of how Carnotauruses do a mating dance. So there's that.
my brother liked dinosaurs growing up a whole lot. That was
I
his
don't know
thing.
how it happened, but I just kind of became the local internet dinosaur. And I embrace it. I'm like, whatever, it's cool.
is the replicon watching. Know what I'm saying?
All right. Any
Okay.
more questions? Let's see. The ankle biters. That's funny. The net dino. Yep. All right. Anything else you guys want to get out there?
Uh,
Shamelessly plug
spay
right
and
now.
neuter your pets. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't know.
Not that I can think of.
No, just keep a lookout for some stuff though, for sure. Definitely, you're gonna hear more from us. Absolutely.
Yo,
Yeah, I got the link. The link up. So as soon as you get pages and stuff up running and stuff out there, I'm gonna. It's my other job to push that shit out there, so they will see it. I look forward to hearing it.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you guys.
Thanks for having us on. This is fun.
Yeah, really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, you guys are more than welcome back anytime on the show. I appreciate you guys coming on with me and hanging out. I had a great time.
Definitely.
Just do one last thing for me, and in case it's different from listed above, just drop your handle where they could find you.
Let me see here. So, okay, there it goes. How do I do this?
Like I said to
Somebody
everyone
said we
watching
got
too, I
riz.
will come back on here once the show is over and drop as many links as I can find too.
Yeah, because it's not letting me send anything through. Like there's like a
Yeah, I
private
will.
chat
I will
spot.
make sure that I drop. Yeah, I'll make sure that I go hunt down some links and I'll drop it in the chat, and I'll make sure they get that for
I'll
sure.
send them all over to you.
Right on. I appreciate that. All right. You guys, thank you very much. That is it for another episode 2 of season 2 of Get Hype as Fuck podcast with your host, Mad Whack Jackson, the Bastard, and G Blunt, also known as Tongue Tied, for the very first time here on Hype as Fuck. Thank you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Much
Yep.
love.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in as always. And I have another episode coming up this Friday with Jason Strange, the 420 guy. So don't miss that one if you're into the green. Thank you much. And don't forget to get hype as fuck and go follow and stream and like and share. Much love.